G'day everyone, RaidzeroAU, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. And we got our mergers and splitters last time, and we started to use them just over on the concrete over there. Really haven't touched over here. Now it was pointed out in the comments, and quite rightly so, that there are there's three dimensions to this in Satisfactory that you can build up as well, which is quite right. And that is something we will be looking at doing, using the walls and things like that. I think first thing today, we want to get our current milestone is the personal storage one. And so we need to grab some copper, some wire, some plates. Now we've got lots of stuff. Oh, don't press F. So we have got lots of stuff being made. Which is fine, because that will come useful shortly. Okay, let's go in here and go in there. And go. Launch the pod.
Milestone reached. Additional storage options have been provided. R&D inflated your pocket dimension and developed a personal storage box accessible in the build menu.
Thank you. Okay, so that gives us some more personal storage here. Also gives us access to personal storage box. Nothing else. Now this one here is one of the next things we're going to want to do. It's a space elevator. And also, which milestone are we going to go for next? Conveyor walls? Possibly. Part assembly? Possibly. Can we go for conveyor walls next? We're going to wait for our pod to return. Alright, space elevator. We need 1,500 copper wire. So there we go. We need plenty of iron plate. Need plenty of iron rod. And we're going to need plenty of concrete. There we go. Now, big question is, where are we going to place this? And I'm thinking over in this area here. We can always move it if we need to. But I'm thinking we just place it down to start off with, just to get an idea. Now if I can get out of the smoke here. So I'm thinking sort of over here. Let's have a look. Space elevator. As you can see, it is massive. I'm thinking if we place it down, we can work on some foundations around it. You'll see it's got 6 inputs to it. But this is a really cool animation. So let's sit back and enjoy this one as it builds it. She goes. All the stuff's being thrown at it. There's that. Up she opens. We should find a hook come down at some point. Waiting. There it is. back in there. Lock it in. Down comes the platform. We go. So we've now got our space elevator. Project assembly platform. Delivery will unlock tier 3 and tier 4. So we need to be giving it some reinforced iron plate and some rotors. So we're going to have to work towards those. Okay, cool. And as I said, we can be working on how big do we need to have our foundations to put that on it, because I think we want that on foundations. So we're going to slowly work upwards, and the main reason being, one, because we have the option to do it, but two, it gets us up above these things. So rocks and things like that should become less of an issue. I'm thinking I'm going to start it here. This is where our main... A bit too far. Maybe here. Maybe along this line here. So probably what we want is on a gate. Probably want a few gates along here. Gate there. Okay. And then we can stick all. Need a bit more concrete. If you could keep crafting, that'd be great. Now the other thing we need to take in mind is being able to fit stuff underneath it. So the looks of it, I reckon we need to go up at least... I reckon we need to go up 3. Alright, wall. Wall. And these can just be walls here. Luckily these don't take too much in the way of resources. Yeah, so it's going to need to go up 3 because otherwise some of these aren't going to... If we try to put anything underneath, it's not going to fit. Now we'll replace some of these eventually. Oh, these ones? Maybe not. Maybe not these ones. Okay. And then up here, what we want to do is go back to our foundations and do those ones. Oops, put one up there. I didn't want it up there. It's alright, we can get rid of that in a sec. Okay. We're still going to keep this area down here for the moment. And that can be, that was these ones. Keep filling that out. No concrete left. Okay. So now the next thing we're going to want is a way up there. So we need a bit more concrete. No, don't press F. Right, so we're almost out of concrete again. These are quite slow. Or are we lacking supply? I think we're lacking supply. Okay. Interesting. So maybe that wasn't such a great idea with that. Oh well. So, I think we start off here, and what we're going to want is let's see, that one. Now we may need to just put some of these foundations in just for the moment. Approaching another clearance. Must be this. Damn it. It's the copper one. Bugger. Alright. That's encroaching on that. But we could probably fix that easier than we can fix that for the moment. So dismantle you for the moment. And we will put down another power pole there. Goes there. Put one to there. Right, that should be everything back and running. Okay. Now this should let me put this here. Okay. This one can be dismantled. Okay. So I think the idea here will be we'll do our mining and smelting down here, but then we want to bring stuff up and we want to use assemblers up here to make the stuff. And that's where we're probably going to need to move this at some stage. It's Probably not in the right location. In order to do that, we're going to need to bring some stuff through. The other thing we're going to need to do is bring power up here as well, which I want to touch on power at the moment. Probably not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work down this end. I'm going to work on this one, which is rods, I reckon. You look like a very sad, sad boy. But do you mind getting off my foundations? You'd be doing damage with that with your weight. So if we have a couple of smelters from that. And then we can have it coming in making rods, half of the rods going off to make okay. I think the first thing we're going to want when we bring it up is we're going to want a merger. Not a merger, a splitter. That. Now, are we going to have the right stuff to do? Let's see, production. What am I missing? Reinforced iron plate. Okay. Need to make ourselves some reinforced iron plate. Oop. Some of you. And this is something that we need to be doing as well, is automating the iron plate. Okay. Conveyor walls. Probably do that. In fact, let's do that now. Here you go. Conveyor walls unlocked.
Milestone reached. To ensure optimal use of space, navigation and tidiness, R&D have developed stairs and conveyor walls.
Have a look. Alright, wall conveyor. Interesting. Foundations, we got stairs. They don't look very big. So, right, let's get back to, right, we need screws. You can just hold down the space bar to craft. Right, that gives us 20 reinforced iron plates. Well, it sounds like it's our friend back. Yep. Alright, what are we going to go for next? It's got to be part assembly, surely. Well, in that case, we can put that in there. Pop in what we can. But, iron plate, iron rod. Plays in there. Plate. Sort you. Well, I keep pressing F. Been playing too much other games. Got 1,000 of you. I'll hit view. Some more of you. Grab whatever of you we've got. Chances are we're going to need it. We'll send our rocket on its way again. Alright. Go. Go. Off you go. Part assembly.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
Good. So that gives us access to the assembler, which allows 2 parts into it. But that does need rotors. What do rotors take, actually? Let's just have a look here. Recipes. Can we do that here? No. Where can we make rotors? Can we make them in here? And then look to automate them. There, there. Rotor. Okay. Modular frames. Okay, that's not too bad. We can be working towards that. Yep. Probably want to have a look at the wall side of things. Probably just a single wall conveyor. You know what? I'm going to bring it over here. Get rid of that. Split up. To the center of that one. Just took that one out. Now we need to start moving this out. Just going to move out what I have to at the moment. Give us a bit of room. How much have we got? We still got decent amount left, so just put another one there. Okay, so in here we've got iron. We're going to have iron coming up from our smelters. Alright, we'll give this a go. This might need some tinkering. So, production. Now, initially we only want the constructors at this point. Too close to... But wait, let's try that. Should be alright. How far over was it? There. Should line up. Okay. Should be able to put the conveyor in there. Conveyor in there. Now we could split it 3 ways and bring that straight down here, but not really what we're after at that point. So now what we're going to want is I need another splitter here. Or do I? No, I don't. What I want on this side is I want another constructor. Oh, there's our pod back again. I want another constructor. Just like that. Okay, and then the conveyor in there. Alright, so when these are hooked up, this one will be making screws. This one will be making iron rods. This one will be making just iron rods. So we'll have screws coming out of that one, just iron rods coming out of that one. Okay. Now, down here, this is where we're going to have to start dismantling stuff. The smelter. Okay. In fact, get rid of you. Right, let's put a few conveyor poles down. Is that right? say, that shouldn't do that. Conveyor belt is too steep. Okay. For that. Let's work on these conveyor belts then. Right, so if we do one along that line there. These ones don't line up. Oh, that's better. So, thinking it's not going to let me do that one. So maybe if I do that one up there. Then we see if we can bring that down there. Yep, that works. Now, bring that one down to there. Yep. Okay. Now we want to work on the smelters. So, first of all, let's get rid of these power poles. These only feed this end here. Those ones are independent. And it doesn't affect those. And let's put down some more foundations. Just there. Okay. So what we're going to want now is, under production, we want the smelter. We need to be able to merge this. Thinking if I put that along that line there. That one along that line there. And then go to logistics. We want a converger. Probably about there. Right, now we should be able to feed that down to there. That one to there. And that one to there. Right. So that merges everything, which then goes up there. Alright, we're getting there. Now, what we need to do is, again, we need another foundation. And this is purely for a splitter. Logistics, splitter. There. And this one here, we'll just dismantle that for the moment. And what we should be able to do now is bring that one round like so. Right, that one hooks up to there. That one to there. That one there. Okay. So that should all now work once we hook it up to power. So we'll put the power pole there, and we'll put another power pole there. It's going to hook up there. You can hook up there. You can hook up there. Need to hook this up to a connection. Right. Something's lost power. We might have just run out of fuel. Go have a look. I haven't been looking at that for a little while. And that's something that's something I need to be working on next, is automating some power production. No, we've got that on us. So, alright. That's what it is. No fuel. Alright. Okay, should all be back up and running. Except I haven't told this what I want it to do. No. So this one, iron ingots. Iron ingots. You. Power line, hook you up. Okay. We did have some iron ore, didn't we? Yep. Let's dump you in there. Dump you in there. Go. Alright. Up we go. So the iron ingot's coming up here. We can't fit through here. And then they're getting split off. But obviously nothing's happening up here because we don't have any power up here yet. Okay, but that works. So now we need to work on power. And I'm not convinced that the power we've got at the moment is enough. I'm going to leave this one here just as it is. In fact, we should probably go and just double check that it's got fuel. That's 60. Right, there we go. You got a bit more in you. So these can keep cranking at the moment. Then we can wall this in so that it looks like it's actually being supported by something instead of just floating in the air there. Alright, so we've got our production halted here at the moment. It's okay. We've got a decent number of iron rods. Alright. I think that's where I'm going to call today's episode, guys. So we got a bit done. Started to get this sorted out. So we need to feed some power up here, but I need to work on my power, and I think I'm going to do that over here. Seems to be the probably the best place to do it. And set up a few biomass burners just here, and also we want to set up some automation so that I can collect the leaves and just chuck them into a container and it will convert it all into a biofuel automatically. I don't want to have to be doing that manually all the time. So a bit more going on. Second level, we got our space elevator down, but that will have to be moved, I would imagine, at some stage. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've watched. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all next time. I'm RaidzeroAU, signing out.